Hey, Big Dave the Middle Age Gamer here with another episode of Fallout 4, Seven Settlements are Reborn, back in the TARDIS. Outside of Revere's satellite array because, well, what happened at the end of the last episode? No, not the first time something like that happened. It's annoying, kind of cut the video short, but what are you going to do? What we're going to do is we're going to try this again. I felt like I was actually making some headway there, being under leveled there. Indeed. And I hit a wrong button, and yeah. Alright. Let's get back out there. Let's see what we can do. Alright. Now, if you're wondering why we lost map marker, it's because we got that thing that says find the distress signal. And apparently that supersedes what we're doing. Even if, locality speaking, I don't think that's the word I'm looking for. Barrels? Uh-oh. Oh dear. Alright, so this is working out better than expected. Alright. I'm out of sugar bombs, right? Oh no, wait, I got a bowl of sugar bombs. Well, that'll help a little bit. And down I go. Okay, we're going to repress. It's time for a regen. Okay, heal the pup. I'd heal Codsworth, but I don't have anything to heal him with. Freezing lever action rifle. Okay, and that's about the progress I made before till all hell broke loose. Okay, that's good. Let's level. Let's see what we can do. Okay, we're not doing a sneaky build, so that's not... Oh boy. Whole lot of nothing here, huh? Shows we need to break into something new. Well, what would make the most sense? Now that I have... Actually, you know what? No. We're going to save this since we're about to regenerate. That's what we're going to do. Uh-oh. Okay. Haha, miss me. Of course, I picked the wrong tower. Alright. Oh, lost an arm.
I have a buzzsaw with your name on it.
Besides, I know where we're going to put this next one into for the regeneration. And it makes a lot of sense.
Bleed and die!
Steadfast hunting rifle or whatever.
Can't kill us all! Rage!
And by the way, to answer your question, buddy, yes I can. Alright, there's still one left. Where is it? Yep, take the fast way down. There he is. And that's got everybody. And I'm going to regenerate in 1 minute. So what we're going to do is we're going to head back to the TARDIS. Since, technically speaking, we did clear it out, but we still haven't done what we need to do there yet, so we got to come back. Okay, where the hell is she? I don't really care. Oh, right, she's in the bus stop. Okay, we're about to pop off, so we need to get out of our tub. And there we go. Alright, so I'm about to explain this to you after this happens. This is regeneration number 3. We will have 9 left after this. Alright, and until recently, I was using heavier and heavier weapons, which is going to build up some strength. So that's where we're going to put the point. And with that, we're going to have a bit of a body that's going to indicate as such. So we're going to get a bit more muscular. Not tremendously, but a bit. And we're starting to get a little better looking here. We're still larger, but I'm starting to get a little stronger looking. So that's that. Facially, I'm going to start looking a little younger again. I don't know how I'm going to want to do this, though. I'm going to look in the extras, and we're going to go through blemishes, and we're going to turn off any and all. All right. Damage I wanted, wasn't it? Yeah. Remove all the scarring. I'm not going to have any scarring anymore, except markings. Okay. Yeah, freckles aren't no big deal. I'm overweight. That's what that's about. Okay. Done there. The light's not the best, is it? Okay. What is up with my cheeks? They look sunken, don't they? Okay. That's just blemishes, damage. Did I see anything that's just scarred boxers? No? Okay. Face, cheeks. Okay. No? Hold on. If I turn myself this way, can I plug him out a little bit? No. Alright, cancel. Actually, what we will do is, if I've lost this much weight, my cheeks will probably have shrunken a little bit. That actually looks a lot better. We'll do that. And back. And we're going to... no, we're going to call it here. Fatigue. Find a bed and take a long rest. All right. Well, we need to unload first. So I'm carrying a lot of crap. Okay, what's steadfast do? Oh, pfft, that's useless. At least that's got some use to it, if I ever get ammo for it. But not even for me. That'd be more for... Actually, that should be taken out too. That could be given to a... souped up and given to a companion. And... we will take a Fat Man and a missile launcher, and we'll put them in here because, well, you never know when explosions would come in handy. We're going to put those up. Okay. Oh, wait, that's not where I put those. Okay, we got some meat here. We got off some super mutants. Now, here's another interesting thing. Yes, I may be a heart patient. Why am I putting junk in there? I may be a heart patient, but after a few regenerations and improving my body, my heart's probably can take it a little better. Hearts. Remember, I'm a Time Lord. Okay, put that there. We need a stimmer. We need a stimmer. Oh, that's interesting. All right. Well, that's neither here nor there. All right. Put up the junk. And the ammo. Okay. Back in the suit. I'm curious about something. Post-regenerative and... Oh, and I am tired. Nope, I still have a 1. Even in power armor. Okay, so we're going to go into the depths. We need to sleep. We need to fix the gear. And then we can get back to it. Almost forgot, by the way. Point strength. And it's going in... what do we get? Blacksmith. Yes, the ability to improve our mods, but I'm not very mechanically inclined. I'm not that kind of YouTuber. Alright, so. Let's fix my gear. Alright. Yeah, I know. Do we have enough to get the explosive shielding? I do! And that doesn't really help me right now since I'm not using drugs. Alright, there's a bed. Let's sleep for 24 hours. And I am now hungry. And... Alright, so... Alright, so... Mole rat chunks and iguana on a stick will get us fed. And we can get drinks up in the control room. I got a water fountain set up there. We got somebody new in Sanctuary Hills. That's great. And... Okay, so let's take a look at what our newest issue gives us. Weakness, take plus 20% that. Ugh. Alright. Let's get back to the control room, take a slug, and then we go back out there and do what we need to do. And one of these days I'll get the right direction. Alright. Okay, that's got that. Now let's go and, well, one, loot the place, and two, find what we're looking for. What the hell were you two? Hey, I'm just happy I actually successfully did this. Oh. I found Scribe Ferris. Somebody must have blown him out of the sky or something. That's funny. Alright, let's listen to Scribe Ferris's holotape.
This is Ferris. It's been 2 hours since the paladin left. My leg. I can't staunch the bleeding. The bullet must have hit an artery.
That
Brandis,
Ferris turned into Fred the fish.
if you get this, I hope you made it back to Aslan in time. There was nothing you could do for me. Get to the bunker up north. You'll survive. That's all that matters.
Alright, so now we need to search for other distress signals. There is one. It's near Medtech. So if we find ourselves near Malden, we might want to search for that. And, well, that's kind of broken. Oh well, what are you going to do? It's a Bethesda game. Don't forget to go through all the meat bags you find.
I wouldn't want either of us to encounter what may be Alan's ferocious.
The next time I'm in the Northwest, we're going to let Codsworth go. Nope, not going to be able... Actually, I am going to be able to reach that. No, I'm not. Oh, well. As the old saying goes, shit happens.
Impressive. But it's no general talk about play. Still, not too.
Hell yeah.
Another covert operations manual. Very nice.
That's it.
Some ammo. Okay. Luckily for me, a lot of these super mutants had some craptastic weapons. Wait, what? Emergency protocol lockdown engaged. Alright, we'll be back here later. In case you're wondering, that's Sim Settlements 2 stuff. So likely we'll be back once they've all popped back up. So we get to do this again. And they'll be stronger, but I'll be stronger. So it'll be more fun. Okay, super mutant leg armor. Why am I collecting this stuff? Because it'll be nice to have stuff for strong when we get him. Okay, that's just a frame. We don't need it. I was hoping there would be something more important. Like a freaking, fusion core. Wrong way. Alright, did I get them all? No, I don't think we got this one. Oh lordy, I don't remember. Yeah, this one doesn't go very far, so explore what we can. Yeah, that one doesn't go too far. There is one thing left we need to check, and that is the trailer here.
After the war, civilization may not have fallen so far.
Well, we got that stim pack back. Dead Raider.
Well, he certainly doesn't need that anymore.
Then there's Cosworth misgendering Raiders. Final insult there. Okay, so that's everything. Let's get back to the TARDIS. Figure out what we're going to do next. Actually, what we need to do. That's a screwed up one. Oh, lovely. Alright. Turn that one off for now because alright, so I'm gonna give us the top 4. That'll do for now. Is there anything nearby right now? No, there is not. Do need to remark it's pier. That is where we're parked. Alright. So we're done here. Let's head back to the TARDIS. Re-unload everything, and then we'll see where we end up going next. Okay, we'll need to grab another fusion core while we're in too. We're in Hyde Park.
What the?
No. Oh, we're at the Hallucinogen building. Ha. There's a lot here. There is an awful... There is... Okay, wow. Okay, yeah, we're gonna bake this in. Definitely. And I want to go and make something real quick. Gonna make some food here that I think is gonna come in really handy here. I don't have any. Never mind. Oh, this is a waste of time. Actually, hold on. It won't be the same, but it's something. Ugh, can't even make that, huh? Jeez. Okay. Okay. Oh, we can make whiskey. Interesting. Now we'll make a dirty wastelander. Give us an extra +3 to strength. And that'll do for now. Actually, hold on. Unless there's a soda that can give strength. Or carrying capacity. We're going to be carrying a lot of junk. Okay, Nuka-Cola Dark gives a +1, and we need more whiskey. Yeah, the only one is Nuka-Cola Dark. It's actually not bad. Yeah, it doesn't even heal, it just... Alright. Oh, I don't have enough razor. Alright. So much for that. Okay. Put up those mute fruits. Alright, that's as good as it gets. That's kind of sad, but it'll have to do. Alright, so we'll go back to the control room. We'll plop in the sleeping bag for a little bit, and we'll head back out there. And we'll meet up with Jake. Alright, we are peckish from lack of food. It's fuel cube time. That's not it. Alright, let's go meet Jake. And the doggo found something. What'd you find? It's in there? I don't think it's a Nuka-Cola you're barking about. Something up there, huh? Alright, we got some raiders in the Marlboro house. Interesting, but not what we were looking for. Alright, let's mark hallucinogen.
Hey, who's there? Nothing. Someone there? No sign
Hey.
now.
Dog meat, get out of the way, buddy. Okay. Well, I guess the way into the Marlborough house is right next to the TARDIS.
Please don't be ferals again. Just had to play hero, huh?
Not 100%. Okay, I could do that. Alright, whatever. But if you know your layouts of the place, yeah. Hallucinogen is right near the amphitheater. I mean, literally across the street. Mark the place. What we're looking for is right here.
Hey, Slick. Say, you spoken to any of the people around that old theater? Those glazed eyes, creepy smiles. You read any of their little pamphlets? I tell you, they ain't right in the head.
You're right to avoid them. Crazy bells are ringing.
Crazy as a soup sandwich. Anyway, as I said in my message, I've been unable to get our comm hub running. Honestly, given the state of it, I'm not surprised. Tech like that ain't designed to be left sitting around unused. Too many of its components have seized up or just degraded over time.
Anything I can do to help?
As a matter of fact, yeah, there is. If we want more out of ASAMs, we need a comm hub that works. But as it is, I don't have what we'd need to repair the one we have. However, fortune has smiled upon us. A friend of mine discovered where we might find a second comm hub in better condition, as well as a nice stockpile of ASAM products to boot. So if you'd care to join me, I want to go check this place out.
Is there anything else I should know?
Well, this probably isn't going to fill with confidence over my abilities, but honestly, I've never seen anything like the comm hub before. Its technology is so far beyond anything I've seen in the Commonwealth, it's ridiculous. Whoever designed that thing was a genius. But because it's so advanced, we'd have a hell of a time finding replacement parts to repair it with. That's why I'm hoping we can find a second comm hub in better condition. Because otherwise, I'm not sure I'll be able to repair the one we have. Sorry to unload on you, but you did ask. Anyway, you ready to head out?
Sounds good. Let's go.
I knew I could count on you. With luck, we may just find ourselves a working comm hub. Or at the very least, a few ASAM goodies. Here, let me update your Pip-Boy map. There we go. All right, lead on.
Okay, so we are going to...
Dave,
What, Cotsworth?
this place does bring back some pleasant memories of the old world, does it not?
Not of what it's become now. What was this one? Oh, right. Alright, so we're turning all of this off. We don't need it to do any of that right now. What we need is kind of nearby, actually. It's really nearby. Silver Shroud radio found. We're going to listen to that.
Calling all Silver Shroud fans. I got an urgent mission. If you're a true fan, stop by the Memory Den and to talk to Ken Conley. The Silver Shroud needs you.
Galaxy News Radio.
Yeah, that's the only reason I did that, so we could get that. Alright, so we cross the street and right over this way. Jackpot. There it is. Alright, without further ado, in we go.
Seems to be the right address. Records say a lot of ASAM stuff is delivered here. Apparently, they were expecting a comm hub too. Wait, you hear that? I don't think we're alone in here. Keep your wits about you while we look around.
If there's a use to that, I'll eat my hat. Ghouls!
Cutting metal right leg. That would be useful when we run out of,
Scared the crap out of me. Come on, let's check out that terminal over there. Show them.
somebody left their balls rolling around.
Better be the last one. Looks like we're in the Vault-Tec headquarters for the Commonwealth. Weird. Assuming this is the right place. Why would a Vault-Tec facility be having ASAM equipment delivered? Didn't one of the ASAM sensors talk about Robco being in partnership with Vault-Tec? Maybe that's why.
Vault-Tec.
Hold that thought. Just found the employee records. There's a name in here. Magnuson. Have we heard that name somewhere before?
That sounds familiar.
I can't shake the feeling I'm forgetting something important. It was somewhere recently. We were both there and... Wait, I remember now. The terminal records at the satellite station. We read the same name there. It was a Magnuson who had the comm hub we found shipped to Olivia. Huh. Maybe this guy was in charge of delivering hubs or something? This seems like something we should look into. Maybe this Magnuson had an office here. Let's see if we can find it.
Two-ball. A nimble lever action rifle. Man, what's with the lever action rifles? Hand over fist, jeez. Search and seizure warrant. United States District Court for the Eastern District of Massachusetts. In the matter of the search of, briefly describe the property to be searched or identify the person by name and address. Vault-Tec Regional Headquarters of Boston, Massachusetts, case number 24601. Search and seizure warrant. 2. Any authorized law enforcement officer. An application by a federal law enforcement officer or an attorney for the government requires the search of the following person or property located in the Eastern District of Massachusetts. Identify the person or describe the property to be searched and give its location. Vault-Tec Regional Headquarters of Boston, Massachusetts. The person or property to be searched, described above, is believed to conceal, identify the person or describe the property to be seized, illegitimately obtained intellectual property of one Robco Industries private company by way of advanced survey and activity monitoring sensors, ASAM technology. I find that the affidavits or any recorded testimony establish probable cause to search and seize the person or property. You are commanded to execute this warrant on or before October 21st, 2077, not to exceed 10 days. Well, that's a bit of a clue as to what the hell happened here. Vault-Tec doing Vault-Tec things. Okay, there's something around that's awake and not happy to see us. Probably more ferals, if I had to guess. Who knows? More ferals. Okay, there's somebody trying to get to us. They're not having an easy time of it.
Good. It's over.
Dogmeat, where the hell did you come from, buddy? Sweet boy. Come on, let's go. Dr. Hernandez's note. I know I should have a better password, but it's such a pain trying to remember it. I suppose I can at least make an effort to change it every month. Something I can look at to hide in plain sight. I think I'll go with whatever numbers fall on everyone's favorite work day. That way, whenever I forget, I'll have the answer right next to me. Hacker 4 Plus, hack terminal. But yeah, there's because of the anniversary edition, there's a lot going on in here now. And SS2 just added more to it. Don't forget to grab Crystal. It's a rare item for SS2, and that's going to take a while to be able to get there. Roger's new. When you guys are done using this light projector, can you please make sure to leave the clicker in the room? I don't know how many times I've had to ask this. Roger. And judging by the fact that we can't find it, yeah, that fell on deaf ears. Pool cue.
Picking up hostile light sign.
Whoa! Okay, Frank Davidson just kicked my ass. refuse this. We need to heal ourselves. Jeez. That's kind of embarrassing if you ask me. Do I still have the strength? I do not. Oh, it's because of the weakness debuff. Right.
Oh, that burns. Dull moment.
Well, thank you, Jake. Cavalier's Machete. Minus 15% damage taken while blocking or sprinting. It's got a serrated blade. Not my favorite, because I don't block very often. I'm sure y'all noticed. And I certainly don't sprint very often. But it's rated, so it'll do a bit more damage, so I mean, that's something. Anything good? Nah. Let's take a look at that machete does. Weird, not seeing any damage listings for it.
Nice.
Broken ion gun pistol. To whom it may concern, I hereby tender my resignation, effective from November 6, 2077. I cannot in good conscience to continue to be a part of a company that is turning a blind eye to this suspicious and possibly malicious behavior. Sincerely, Dr. Martin Reed. Well, that never happened. Research and development. Davidson, with the article in the Bugle set to print next week, we are locking down the Vault-Tec showcase. If for any reason you or a subordinate need to access the facility, use the enclosed key cards. Vault-Tec HQ.
Excuse me, Doctor Magnuson.
Bingo. What? In case you hadn't
St.
noticed,
James.
Miss
Chief
St.
Procurement
James,
Officer.
I no
I'd
longer
like to
work
talk to you
for
about your
Robco.
ASEM technology.
And even if I did, why in the blue heavens would I share anything with the CPO of Vault-Tec?
Because, Dr. Magnuson, unlike Robco, Vault-Tec has an appreciation for those with academic ambition.
Bah! Out of my way!
It appears Dr. Magnuson is currently feeling uncooperative. Suggest any future negotiation include adequate incentives.
What the hell? Okay. Alright, that's not the way to go.
Hey, look there. I think we found the office.
Yeah, K.S. Magnuson, Head of Research and Development.
Good. Got a working terminal. Just give me a second here.
Thanks for last night, stud. You showed me things my husband would never do. Let's go for round 2 in Davidson's office when he's out tonight. I want to stain something other than his shirts. Sharon. Brutal.
I was more than apprehensive the first time I met the lovely Miss St. James. After all, she was there to
Can't
strike a
crack
deal
this
with
password.
Robco. Just usurped my
come on.
research. Also,
All right, terminal. You asked for it.
But I needed a new piece.
Finally, I'm in.
Vault-Tec's pockets.
Okay, let's see what we can learn. Huh. Well, I never.
The very company I'd hoped
I
to
think I
outshine
discovered why
when
Vault-Tec was so interested in ASAM
The
equipment.
irony is certainly not lost on
If I'm reading this right, it looks like Vault-Tec was trying to develop a rival product to the ASAM sensors.
What makes you think that?
These terminal entries. There's multiple references to it. Seems this Magnuson was hired by Vault-Tec because he used to work with Robco on the ASAMs. They must have wanted his insider knowledge. Although, judging by his terminal entries, I don't think this guy took his job here very seriously. Scratch that. he really didn't take his job seriously. In fact, he was using his position here to embezzle company equipment.
Totally deserved it. Those guys were assholes.
The nerve on this guy. He was actually stealing from Vault-Tec. Building materials, computers, robots. Hell, he was even stealing their ASAMs and... Oh, I don't think we're gonna find a second comm hub here.
Why? What's going on?
Vault-Tec were expecting a comm hub to be shipped here. But this Madison guy hijacked the delivery. Had it sent to Olivia instead. What we came here to look for, we've already found.
Why would he do that?
You mean steal a comm hub? Well, I would ask him. The guy's been dead for over 200 years. So I don't think we're gonna get an answer. Looks like we're stuck with the hub we have. But it does sound like Vault-Tec were working on something similar. Maybe we should investigate this rival product of theirs. Hey, maybe it's something we can use? The terminal said this place has a warehouse where they worked on projects. I'm thinking we should take a peek down there. Although terminal also said we need to take an elevator. And we already know we'll need a keycard for that. Alright, we found what we need. Let's go take that elevator.
So, from what we heard from Magnus's personal journal and everything else, it sounds to me like Magnuson had it out for both Vault-Tec and Robco and was trying to get them both. Alright, enough of that though. Let's head down.
Basement.
This one's been here.
Alright. So much for that. Damn ferals. Alright, now before we get to the interesting sim settlement stuff...
Hey Walter, it's Ben. The boys upstairs have been pestering me again about that hub thing. Are you sure it's in a ride? I tried calling Donna at Boston Records, but she said they'd already shipped it out. Maybe it got sent to another one of our warehouses?
Hey,
Whatever. Suspicious as for now, just move all the other Robco crap down to the sub base. Could be a Robco plant. Alright, I'll see you later at the post. You still owe me that drink.
You can see, we picked up a whole bunch of extra vault suits. Whoops. Didn't want to do that. Now, the one downside of the machete compared to the scalpel is the attack speed. So... and we have another stun baton. We'll give that up. And we'll load up dog meat with some little bit of extra goodies. Alright, that's as good as it gets for the pup.
Go boxes here. Yep. Not a single sensor or anything. Must have been keeping all the stuff they were working on somewhere. Just keep... Can't be all there is.
It would help if I put my arm back on.
We're missing some. Let's keep looking.
Alright, now... what the hell did I just pick up? Full economy wonder glue. floor
Hey,
mats.
nice work. Hidden trapdoor, huh? Now we're talking. Well, after you.
Jammed.
Oh, right. Hit the button.
Now this is more like it. Let's go take a look-see, shall we? Check this place out. Vault-Tec really were trying to make a rival product.
Wait,
looks like they were trying to
infected
scam.
now? When the hell did we get the infection?
The whole R&D.
Well, shit. That's gonna suck.
Just reverse engineer everything. Impart technology. A weird setup. They're trying to do these ACs. Don't suppose you have any ideas.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Well, even though they never got their hands on the comm hub, it doesn't seem to have stopped Vault-Tec trying to rip off ASAM technology. Question is, what do they come up with? Let's split up and see what we can uncover down here. Let me know if you find anything interesting.
Okay, as far as the infection goes, I probably got it from fighting ferals, and we are thirsty, so... And we're also tired, but I'm not really concerned about
Would
that.
not believe how this place sets off my cleaning senses.
But there is an awful lot of loot to be had down here. Never argue with a military-grade circuit board. Couple more ASAMs. Okay, we've got a terminal to hack into here.
Nice.
That works. ASAM test logs, 129. The lab's finished at last, not a moment too soon. Magnuson starts tomorrow. I'm unsure if we can pull this off, but we have our orders from the top brass. We'll need to step lightly. We can't raise Magnuson's suspicions. 319. So far, so good. Magnuson has settled in and has supplied us with plenty of blueprints and specs for ASAM technology. As far as he knows, it's all for theoretical prototyping. Idiot. 621. It's been a tough few months, but we've made great progress reverse engineering the ASAM operation subroutines from retail units, despite the crazy amounts of encryption. What's more, head office delivered a whole bundle of holotapes this morning. I've yet to go through them all, but some contain code for unreleased plot types, and one tape even had ASAM construction schematics. Ted's already adapted an assembly press and fed in the schematics. Should give us an ample supply of sensors to experiment with. 8-6. Damn, things were going so well, but we've hit a roadblock. Even with blueprints, we can't replicate the key comm hub components. I've tried making small talk with Magnuson, attempting to wrangle more information out of him, but he seemed cagey. Maybe I was pushing too hard. Maybe he just doesn't know as much as he made out. So much for being a genius. If Magnuson's unable to give us the information we need, we'll have to make other arrangements. 9-1. Davidson was not happy, but when I explained our head of research and development wasn't playing ball, but he said he'd handle it. And boy, was he not kidding. Somehow he secured us access to the actual comm hub, but only for 1 week. That's how long we have to study and replicate it before I need to ship it back to a Robco warehouse. 920. The hub's still not here, and in 2 days we have to ship it back. How the hell do I ship back something we don't have? Oh god, someone's going to find out what we've been doing. I am so screwed. Okay, so let's push the button.
Huh? What you messing with there? Well, I'll be. Looks like Vault-Tec had themselves a ASAM printer. But I think its printing days are long behind it. They must have needed a steady supply of sensors to experiment with. Guess they got tired of buying them from Robco. Say, if this ain't you construct a whole sensor, let me check something. Woohoo! Jackpot! You know a machine can't make something if it don't got the schematics for it.
Obviously.
Well, would it surprise you to learn that this thing has a copy of the schematics needed to build ASAMs? I wonder who Vault-Tec paid off for that. Let me just download a copy of this. I'm sure Vault-Tec won't mind. And there we are. We may have to adapt and substitute a few parts, but now we'd be able to build as many sensors as we want. No more scavenging for them. This is a real game changer. Good find, Slick. But I reckon we've still not uncovered everything that's here yet. Let's keep looking around.
Alright, let's go in here. I saw another place where we could search.
Sweet.
Where one could do that with a bomb.
As I said, a lot of loot to be had here. Pipe pistol, money, silver pocket watch, various ammo. I'll get to that, just make sure we've got everything else. A safe key and a gold watch. Alright. Let's summon Jake.
Jake.
Yeah? Found something? Hello. What have we here?
And Jake's not moving. Let's get completely out of his way.
Oh, well, how about that? This holotape contains data for the different ASAM variants. You know, plot types, the different things ASAMs can be programmed for. I suspect Vault-Tec planned to copy the software. Let's see, residential, agricultural, and industrial. Whoa, hold up a sec. There's more data here. What the? Recreational plot? Commercial? Slick, do you know what you just found?
A holotape?
There's data for 4 new plot types here. 4 more things that ASAMs could build. I don't think Robco ever released these variants. At least not to the general public. This is one hell of a find. I'm gonna have to study this tape. If I can figure out how to transfer new data onto sensors, I'm fairly certain we'll soon have more things to build.
Sounds great.
I never thought we'd find something like this here. I wonder what more's hidden around this place. Come on, let's keep looking.
Alright, we got one more major find we need to find. And no, it's not this stuff, but, well. Battered clipboard. A Protectron. Remember that safe key from before? Lots of goodies.
Sir?
Ah, man, wish you could wear the ball cap. Oh, man. Right, you can only carry... Well, I mean, it's enough. Okay, that's as good as it gets for our boy. We'll need those notes. Alright, so push the button. But it's not working. I think it's because somebody tried to put rat poison into it. Who knows? Well, let's keep exploring. Flip that switch. Now, let's go push the button again.
Uh-huh.
What's all that ruckus about?
Oh, there you are.
Would you look at this thing? What were Vault-Tec trying to do here? And what's that noise it's making? Ugh, must be something wrong with it. All right, let's take a closer look here. Huh. This machine's picking up some kind of radio signal. Seems like it's trying to connect to something nearby. Hey, do me a favor. Go to that table with the ASAMs in the other room. All right, there should be a switch there. Flip it off and cut the power to the sensors. Huh. All right, come on back.
Hey there.
Yep, that confirms what I thought, all right.
About what?
The signals this machine was picking up. They were coming from those ASAMs. They were emitting the radio signals.
Makes sense, I suppose.
Exactly. When you shut off the power to the ASAMs, we shut off the signal. Simple deduction. I didn't know the sensors could do something like that. Emit a radio signal, that is. But that begs the question. Just what is this thing? Why is it trying to pick up signals from sensors? Just what kind of ASAM technology were Vault-Tec trying to copy here?
Here.
What you got there? Technical documents, huh? You already had these? Not that I'm complaining, but is there anything you come across that you don't pick up?
Not really, no.
Well, I'll be. According to these documents, this machine is Vault-Tec's attempt to duplicate a comm hub. I mean, it's not exactly a good attempt, but still, I suppose an effort was made. Not much a rival product, though. Doesn't even seem to work right. I guess after Magnuson stole the hub, Vault-Tec were forced to build their own version with no real reference. You know, if this thing really is a reproduction of a comm hub, I think we actually might be able to use this.
You read my mind.
We came here looking for another comm hub because the one we've got so badly damaged it won't even turn on. And while it's not exactly what I expected to find here, this Vault-Tec knockoff might still be useful. Call me optimistic, but between this thing and the real comm hub, we might just be able to cobble together something that works.
Could work.
I appreciate the vote of confidence. Well, with that, I think we've uncovered everything we can here. Okay, let me just take a mental inventory of everything we found. We got the schematics to build our own sensors. New plot types, if I could figure out how to make them work. And of course, Vault-Tec's version of a comm hub, which just might allow us to start repairing the one we've already got. To call this trip productive would be an understatement. I knew working with you was a good idea, but damn, I didn't expect us to do this well.
Hey, I'm here to help. You're welcome.
Well, dare I say, you're the most helpful person I've ever met. All right, I need to start gathering things up. Move everything we found back to the hardware store. Oh, wait, shit! I completely forgot! I meant to go meet up with someone. And I doubt they'll take kindly me blowing them off.
Who is they?
An acquaintance of mine. Actually, it's the guy who got us the info on this place. Said he needed to talk to me once I was done here. Something about some important information he wanted to share. But there's no way I can just leave all this stuff here. Look, I know I'm kind of passing the buck, but could you meet with this fella for me? See what he wants? I'd really appreciate it.
Sure, I can do that.
Oh, thank you. You're a real pal. Sweeter than a baby's breath. The fella you need to visit lives up in Diamond City. He's an information broker. Calls himself the Ron. Chances are he wants to sell us some info. And given his past track record, it's probably something useful. So here, take these caps. Pay him and find out what he has to say. Most hours of the day you'll find him in his office, towards the back of the city. Say, not that it's any of my business, but while you're in Diamond City, might be a good time to follow up on any leads you got. You know, on your kid. I understand there's a detective living there. Apparently he's one of the best when it comes to tracking things down.
Yo, thanks for the advice.
Hey, no problem, Slick. Alright, time for me to get this stuff back to the hardware store. This should be a fun challenge of logistics. Once you wrapped up everything with the Ron, head on back and let me know how it went. Oh, actually, before you go, might as well take this. Here. That's a copy of the ASAM schematics. With that, you can now build your own sensors. As long as you got the parts.
There you go. City planners' desks has just become a hell of a lot more practical.
Thank you.
I won't blame you if you want to test out and build a few sensors. Just don't keep the Ron waiting for too long. Anyway, I'll see you later. Good luck out there.
Alright, so that's got that done. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, that's aggravating. Okay, so we got one other thing we need to do. Let's get back upstairs and figure out this other quest real quick. Okay, so we're back in the warehouse. Need to go back upstairs. And okay, we are hungry, we are thirsty, we are tired, we are cranky. Alright, so alright, what do we got? A couple of food cubes. And a purified water. Alright. That takes care of all of that. Okay, we need to get to the second level. Not gonna lie, a little bit of a tactical error, not doing both side by side. Okay, so what does the quest say? Gain access to Dr. Hernandez's terminal, which means we need to read his note again. Whatever numbers fall on everyone's favorite work day. So we need to hit up every other freaking terminal in this building. Ugh. What a pain in the ass. Okay, here's Dr. Reed's terminal. One doesn't work. That's not a working computer. It's that. Nothing in there. We'll go in there in a bit. Actually, that's a player. That's a Creation Club player home. All right, here's Davidson's terminal. Today, that new gun I asked for finally came in. It's well made from grip to barrel. I admire the craftsmanship. If only some of my employees shared a similar commitment to excellence, I wouldn't have to blow their brains out. I'm lucky I know a few engineers at Poseidon who are fellow gun enthusiasts, as this is clearly off the books. Vault-Tec wouldn't sanction anything as exquisite as my ion gun, not that anyone here needs to know that. I also made sure to offer some of my own personal sketches and ideas for how the gun might work. Hopefully they implemented my advice, so further measures aren't necessary, but I've collected their names and addresses just in case. I'm sure they're doing their best. Davidson's a whack job. Something's wrong with the ion gun. It was working fine just yesterday. I called one of the engineers and he assures me it was functional when it shipped. Now that I think about it, I was out of the office all day yesterday. Left the weapon on the table. Dr. Hernandez might know something. He's always snooping around the office. If he lies to me, I might shatter his kneecaps, see how he likes it when other people break his things. Yeah, Davidson was a fucking psycho. Let's see if there's anything in Magnuson's office. Oh man, this thing's off. Okay, well we can drop down in here, which is back in Hernandez's office. Alright. Okay. I'll have to figure this one out later. Alright, so what we'll do is, I think we're going to come back to this one in a bit. I'll have to read up on it and see what I'm doing wrong. Because clearly, I am doing something wrong. Or I'm just missing something, which is the main thing here. Alright. So, but in the meantime, we're going to end the video here. I'm going to go back to the TARDIS, drop off all the crap, and then next episode we'll be back in here getting this taken care of. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to get the latest Marines videos as they come in and help this channel grow. This has been Big Dave the Middle Age Gamer. This is Fallout 4 Sim Settlement 2 Reborn. I'll see you all next time.